30th. Planning board meeting for the town of Montgomery. First on the agenda, where's my agenda? Is European Outdoors.
Comment session.
Oh, thank you, Rose. Comment session. Anyone here to talk about anything or comment about anything that's not on the agenda? And you can't talk about Polar Express, because we don't know about that yet.
They don't know about that yet.
Nothing good. Okay, so seeing no comments, let's move on to European Outdoors, Laura Monroe.
Hello, everyone. Laura Monroe for Engineering Properties, here to represent the applicant. We were last before the board on February 9th for continuation of the public hearing. Since then, we've resubmitted and addressed the comments from M&G and NPD. And we were on the agenda for the 26th, which got canceled due to weather, so we postponed the hearing until today.
Okay, so since this is a public hearing, is there anyone in the audience that has comments about the European Outdoors project near ShopRite? Seeing no comments, we have reviewed the project and we are prepared to first close the public hearing. So may I have a motion to close the public hearing by Darren, seconded by Rose? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay. Now we can move forward. We've reviewed the project. We're ready to go to our negative declaration on this project. So I will go with that right here. And Laura, you're welcome to have a seat if you wish. Okay, European Outdoors Special Use Permit and Site Plan Approval. The owner is Hawkins Estate LLC. Determination, please take notice that according to the provisions of 6 NYCRR Part 617.7, the Town of Montgomery Planning Board, as lead agency, having reviewed and considered a full environmental assessment form, Parts 1 and 2, and other information submitted for the reference project, evaluated the proposed action and has determined that the action as described below will not have a significant adverse impact on the environment, and the planning board has therefore adopted this negative declaration. Now going to the negative declaration resolution. Whereas the site plan has been reviewed by the planning board and is the subject of this seeker resolution entitled European Outdoors, prepared by Engineering and Surveying Properties, last revised November 13th, 2026. Whereas, and now therefore, be it resolved that the planning board duly considered the record together with the action and having analyzed each of the potential areas of environmental concern associated with the special use permit, site plan, and minor subdivision in accordance with procedures set forth in 6 NYCRR Part 617 and the criteria set forth in 6 NYCRR Part 617.7 pursuant to the requirements of the State Environmental Quality Review Act, Article 8 of the Environmental Conservation Law of the State of New York, the planning board adopts a negative declaration finding that approval of the proposed action will not have significant adverse impact on the environment for the reasons stated herein. That this resolution shall be deemed a notice of determination of non-significance issued pursuant to 6 NYCRR Part 617 and Article 8 of the Environmental Quality Review Act, and the planning board secretary is hereby directed to file and circulate this notice in accordance with the requirements of Part 617. Therefore, I would accept a motion accepting this resolution from Cherie, seconded by John. And
Mr. Chairman, real quick, I want to bring up a couple points.
Okay.
Before we take action.
Before we vote,
Before you vote, just
we
real
have a
quick.
motion on the floor, now we can have
Now you
a
can discuss.
discussion.
The, I had included those Dutchess County EMC Carry Institute salt. You want that in there? I think that you did, but I just want to make sure.
What was that, Bonnie? I'm sorry.
It's the, you know, the enhanced,
Ice
ice,
section.
yeah, did you want that for, I thought we said that we did, but I just want to make sure.
I think we need to,
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
All right, so that can stay in then?
Yes,
And then,
Sure you agree, yeah?
I do agree, John, thank you.
And then the other was So DOT in their comments regarding European Outdoor said, turning trucks will go into the left turn lane into Hawkins Drive northbound. DOT indicated they could move the left turn lane bar if necessary.
I think it's Route 208.
From 208 onto Hawkins, when the turns are happening, they're going to go
into the exiting lane off of Hawkins to make the northbound turn.
to make
So-
the northbound left.
So they're saying not allow people to come as close to 208 and to
They-
move that bar back.
They
so
would move the left
lane-
turn bar back so that they could then not encroach. And so my only question is, should we keep that in? Should we say that that's a good thing to do as part of the negative declaration, that we should endeavor to move the left turn bar back?
What is
Yeah, I
it?
would agree. Yeah, I mean, that was at the Department of Transportation suggestion.
It's a signalized intersection, so they would get the arrow. The only thing is to be astute to the timing of that light. I often make that left to go north out of ShopRite in that exact lane. And it does get bogged down. Now, I know it's going to go to a level service proposed of D for its best carrying state. But the timing of the light may need to be, I'm saying, adjusted to allow, because now you're pushing people farther back. Where before you're kind of on top of 208, now you're going to have to move back. So to migrate through that distance, it's just a thought process.
So
Okay.
it's southbound?
Laura's got
Okay.
some information for us too.
Yeah, and Jamie actually has an image of what we're talking about.
I think it's actually turning southbound,
Oh, pulling out.
yes, because turning right out of Hawkins, you can see that the truck has to kind of toe the line between the left turn lane, but then this is, I think this is the stop bar that DOT was referring to, because you can see it sort of clips it, the truck would sort of clip it.
Wasn't that
I
all
don't have
adjusted though for Musalaki Board?
That's across the road.
It's the other side of the road.
Yeah, but it-
I thought they were supposed to take all that in, sorry.
No, just that, that figure was provided to them previously and they were okay with it. So-
And now they're saying there's an issue.
Well, they
Was there-
actually stated that DOT could move it back.
They just-
That
they
was
offered.
their comment.
Oh,
They offered,
Yeah. So,
yeah.
I mean, I think that it makes sense if it's, you know, it just seems,
Well,
I mean, how many times do we see tire tracks if they're pulling south onto, on the curb, and it takes out some of the shrubbery there?
I would imagine the
Going south.
ShopRite trucks do it.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I watched them coming in now.
so it
Yeah.
actually might be a good thing to help out.
Yeah.
It will be. I've seen them come out and they go almost into that oncoming
Traffic.
to turn in, so.
So then I would leave that in, and then the only other comment was the traffic study build condition was actually for last year. And I said, is that an issue? But frankly, it's, months later, so I don't think it's a big deal, but I just wanted to highlight it. Because it did look odd that it was 2025 build and we're in 2026.
When did 2025?
When?
Lori, do
I
you
think it's just
remember?
a general 2025 year.
No date.
So thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, if they're
You would
willing to
ask
do
what
it.
those, you had noted about the BF little symbols,
Yes.
they were comments. So I stuck it in there so everybody could read
When I
it.
reviewed it, there was just this red thing.
Right.
3 thumbs up on that one. Okay, so now we can move ahead with the vote on the motion on the floor. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye, with the amendments made.
Opposed?
With the amendments?
With the comments?
With the
amendments. Yeah. Also, Rich would say that this will be included, the neg deck will be included in full in the minutes and attached to the upcoming site plan approval, which I'll get, now that we have that on the floor, due to some staffing issues and some health issues, we were not able to prepare a site plan approval resolution for this meeting. So we'll prepare that in the interim and have it ready for the meeting in 2 weeks. What?
April 13th.
April 13th, so you'll be first up on April 13th. Okay, thank you very much.
Partway there.
We're almost there.
And it didn't snow.
Yeah, it didn't snow.
Thank
Have a
you.
good night, Laura.
Good night.
On top of this.
Sorry, I'm not,
We did that first.
I'm looking at the next.
Okay, second on the agenda, Wendy's.
Yum, yum.
Evening.
Are you Isabel?
I'm Isabel.
Wow, John said you'd be here.
Who did?
John Capella.
And I'm here.
All right, that's a good thing.
She survived.
Okay.
Thankfully, I've heard of the trials and tribulations it's caused. So here, from James G. Law, on behalf of the applicant has been before the board a number of times. As you know, the public hearing was previously opened, and then the snow got in the way, so we're just here for the continuation tonight.
Twice.
I'm going to let Andrew just give a very brief overview of the project, just to refresh all our memories.
Good evening, board and board professionals. Nice to be before you again tonight. Just kind of giving an update on the project. I think we're all pretty familiar with it, but we're talking about the proposed Wendy's, the approximately 1/3 parcel, 2102 to 2104, Route 208.
Closer to the microphone, please.
Not much more to add beyond.
Oh, wait.
It's not on.
It's not.
Can you hold us, sir?
That's why.
Can you get a microphone fixer?
This one works.
His isn't, see, it might have turned off. Thank you.
There it is. All right. Magic
There you
touch.
go.
Can you hear that in the back?
Oh, yeah.
I can hear you now.
So we've been working hard to address the comments and concerns of the board with this project for some time now. I think we've reached a good point there. So looking forward to continuing with the proceedings.
Very good.
Thank you.
Okay, so since this is a public hearing, I will take any comments from folks about the Wendy's project on Route 208. See no hands raised, I will ask to close the public hearing. So may I have a vote to close the public hearing for Wendy's?
Sure thing.
With John, seconded by Rose. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, you're correct. We have gone through a long process, 2 snowstorms, and we are ready to issue a neg deck. I'll preface that by saying the same thing I said for European Outdoors, that we can do neg deck. We close the public hearing, but we do not have the site plan resolution ready due to some uncontrollable circumstances. So let's move forward with the negative declaration for Wendy's. This is the Wendy's 2102 and 2104 State Route 208 site plan. The applicant is Yum & Chill Restaurant Group. Determination, please take notice that in accordance with the provisions of NYCRR Part 617.7 and the specifically 617.7C, the Town of Montgomery Planning Board, having reviewed and considered a Part 1 short environmental assessment form and other studies and data submitted for the reference project, evaluated the proposed action and has determined that the action as described below will not have a significant adverse impact on the environment, and the Planning Board has therefore adopted this negative declaration. Negative declaration resolution. Whereas the site plan has been reviewed by the Planning Board and is subject to this seeker resolution entitled Proposed Preliminary and Final Site Plan for Wendy's Restaurant, prepared by Daytel Engineering and last revised December 3rd, 2025. Now therefore, be it resolved that, 1, the Planning Board duly considered the record together with the action and having analyzed each of the potential areas of environmental concern associated with the site plan in accordance with the procedures set forth in 6 NYCRR Part 617 and the criteria set forth in 6 NYCRR Part 617.7 pursuant to the requirements of the State Environmental Quality Review Act, Article 8 of the Environmental Conservation Plan of the State of New York. The Planning Board on March 30th, 2026 adopts this negative declaration, finding that approval of the proposed action will not have a significant adverse impact on the environment for the reasons stated herein. 2, that this resolution shall be deemed a final determination of non-significance used pursuant to 6 NYCRR Part 617 and Article 8 of the Environmental Quality Review Law, and the Planning Board Secretary is hereby directed to file and circulate this notice in accordance with the requirements of Part 617. So, do I have a motion to accept this resolution? By Darren, seconded by Cherie. Motion's on the floor. Any other comments? No other comments. Very good. Okay. Let's have a vote. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Passed. Okay. Therefore, we have closed the public hearing. We have passed the negative declaration. We'll see you in 2 weeks and give you a site plan approval.
Mr. Chair. Mayor.
You may.
I just have a really quick point for you, as I know we're almost done with this. In a quick review of the plan, and it's very minor, if you could just make an annotation somewhere within the lighting, it's a requirement. You can find it in our section 13 for lighting, and it's just asking you for the sign, your monument sign. How is it going to be lit? Will it be a floodlight or will it be internally lit? So just a quick statement as to how it is, if it is it going to be lit, I guess?
Yes.
Yes.
It's going to be internally lit.
So if you could put that note on the plan somewhere, it'd be an amendment, it's not gonna hold anything up, but it helps meet the criteria of the law in that way.
Sure.
All right, thank you so much. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to
That's
hold you.
okay. Bonnie has- So also related to lighting, the negative declaration sets the maximum for candles at 5. I think you're over that. And just by comparison, Duncan is 3.8. So it's definitely doable. But that's to keep it in line with dark sky and also, so I think you just have to reduce it a little bit. But just letting you know so that when you come in for another revision, that was built into the negative declaration.
Understood.
Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
And again, no snow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully that's it.
85 degrees and melting now, right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Chair.
Have a good night.
Thank you.
Okay. So, motion to adjourn.
John, you need to, it's your turn.
Oh, you go first. You're the newbie.
I said that.
Oh, you made the motion.
Made the motion.
John, you knew the window.
I'll second it as well.
Okay.
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sorry. Yep.